Hello everyone, it's Kenneth Soda. Welcome back to another video. Now, today we'll be covering some very recent drama. It's not from some small unknown people, but big famous YouTubers. I know there's probably a million other videos about this drama, as you can tell already, but it was so intriguing to me that I really wanted to talk about it. So, I will just jump straight into it with no hesitation. So, this drama I'll be covering is about a new product named Lunchly. What is that? Well, from what I can see, it's supposed to be an alternative to the popular Lunchables meal kit that is, aimed for kids. It's one of those products where you can basically make your own mini pizza or whatever. It's really cool. I used to have one of those as a kid. My favorite was the pizza ones where you could just make your own pizza, just sprinkle your own cheese. It was so cool. So, Lunchly is basically supposed to be a rival to Lunchables, except the difference is it's created by three of the biggest and notorious YouTubers on the platform: Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul. Mr. Beast recently got exposed as a fraud. KSI recently said something racist, and a bunch as well as other things over the years. And Logan Paul, as you all know, is highly infamous for recording a dead body in Japan a couple of years ago. So they're really not great people to begin with. So their claim about this new product is that it's a healthier alternative to Lunchables. However, there have been a lot of questions surrounding whether or not it's healthier. I'm sure these stats are from a selective number of products, and there's some Lunchable products that are probably healthier, I'm just saying. But that's what I think, personally. What also makes me more suspicious is that they added KSI and Logan Paul's dumb Prime drink to the product, which is supposed to be a sports drink, kind of like Gatorade. But there have been questions about that as well, on whether or not it's safe for kids. There's even been a lawsuit about it. However, these three do not seem to have a problem with health concerns. Wanna know why? Because it's easy. Their audience consists of mindless kids who will only buy their products because these three are the ones selling them. They'll go like, oh, my favorite YouTuber is selling it, so I should get it. Which could, unfortunately, work out like this. With all these questions in mind, this is where DanTDM comes in. Yes, the beloved Minecraft YouTuber we all grew up with. I even watched him back in middle school. He, Stampy, Captain Sparkles, and others, to name a few, are one of the rare gems who have made it through all these tough years of toxic internet culture without getting into any drama, controversies, cancellations, all of that. So, like any other parent, Dan had a lot of concerns about the health and safety of the product. So, he tweeted out this.
What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money, simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better.
It was just a simple tweet of simple critique. Nothing else. Now, I would definitely have to agree with this. I get if a YouTuber is trying to sell toys or maybe a shirt or a hoodie, since, that's just a toy, as I said. But selling food, that is a whole nother realm. I mean, we are talking about products that kids will be eating to get through the day. Real companies out there are dedicated to making sure their meals are good for kids. Okay, I know, even though there can be some suspicious stuff and items in some stories from what y'all might have read over the years, but my point is that these companies are dedicated to selling food products. However, with the sake of these specific YouTubers, I do agree with DanTDM that it seemed to be more of a cash grab than actual healthy product. And I think it's kind of odd for them to be flexing so much on the comparisons to Lunchables, to rub it in our faces to say, hey, our product is obviously better, so therefore you should buy from us. And not something that's supposed to be a friendly rivalry like McDonald's and Burger King, for example, or Apple and Samsung. Does that make sense to y'all? Especially since this is coming from 3 notorious YouTubers. Now, this is where all hell breaks loose. Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul all saw the tweet, and instead of taking this tame, constructive criticism to heart, what'd they do? They go ahead and start beefing with DanTDM.
Looks like crap to me. Thumbs up.
I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version, you're upset? Then don't eat it.
Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese, they use cheese product, they can't call it cheese, higher quality meat, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net goodie mo, and why we launched Lunchly. Also, as we get economies of scale and can get things cheaper, we will be only improving the product more and more.
Wow, how mature of them. As the owners of a brand, y'all could have been more professional about it and just ignored it, but no. You all decide to make an asshole of yourself and make yourself seem better than the legend DanTDM, and that alone makes you even more stupid, especially since you're supposed to be representing a brand targeted towards your audience of children. At least Mr. Beast has some decency to put out some facts to debunk some claims about it being unhealthy. But KSI and Logan? No. They threw an entire ass tantrum over it. It seems like, from what I can see, that these guys think that they're trying to own DanTDM and believe that people still see him as a cringe Minecraft YouTuber and that people will laugh at them. They think this own will make them look so cool and edgy, like, oh my god. But no, they in fact received the opposite of what they intended. Instead, the internet laughed at them. Many fans and YouTubers such as Jacksepticeye, Think Noodles, and iBallistic Squid came together to tell them off. Because as kids grew up watching Dan's custom mod adventures and Diamond Dimension videos, he was a lot of people's childhoods. Not to mention that he has never had a single controversy, while the 3 losers that are trying to own him have been cancelled at least one or several times during their careers. Not only that, but there were also community notes which basically contradicted their shit claims, making him seem more and more pathetic. Huh, I love to see that. Also, I really want to point out this tweet right here, which I think makes a lot of sense. The whole DanTDM versus KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast shit is so funny because all DanTDM did was call these guys pathetic, get a hit tweet, and now these guys are milking this drama dry because it's the most relevant they've been since Logan Paul went to Japan. Now this video we're going to cover later, but I think this tweet makes such a good point because, I mean, they're trying so hard to make people like them, or they're trying to get back into it like it was many years ago. It's so funny seeing Logan Paul continue to be such a laughing stock. It's just so sad. But hey, not my problem. Too bad. It's y'all's fault for having a freaking attitude. So, when the internet clapped back at them, this made KSI and Logan Paul even more pissier than ever. However, instead of being the real adult and accepting the criticism, they thought they were doing something and decided to fire back with more tweets. When people point out KSI's bullshit claims, he pulled out this.
BBB, but he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted and made a whole video on Munchpack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy, to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what?
And if anyone was curious, this was the video right here. Yes, this simple video right here, which was literally just a video where he taste tested candy from a company called Munchpack. He did not own this company or any sort of company whatsoever. He was not promoting anything. He was not shoving it in our faces or trying to say how this candy was better and all that. It was just a simple video where he was trying out candy. Nothing else. Not only that, but can we mention that this video was 9 years ago? Nearly a decade ago? What? Is this dipshit seriously believing he can own DanTDM like this? No thank you. Take the L, bozo. I also want to mention this funny moment here. Logan Paul suddenly realized that the internet was against them, so he tried to save his own ass by making multiple tweets. I'm not joking, so many tweets trying to debunk the negative claims and going like, hey, look at how better our product is. And every single time, he would get owned by one of those community notes debunking his bullshit claims. It was so glorious. Even funnier, he was setting it up to where only certain people could reply because he's too scared of the backlash because he's such a man-child. I mean, come on, Logan. You're willing to take on Floyd and Mayweather, but not a bunch of people who hate you on the internet? You're such a pussy. There, I said it. Logan Paul is a pussy. Logan Paul is a pussy. Repeat it. Hashtag Logan Paul's a pussy. Additionally, KSI made a third tweet. Yes, a third tweet, where he again complains like a bitch about DanTDM's statement.
Some dumbass YouTuber said this exact same thing to me the other day. Rather than complaining, crying and trying to cancel a YouTuber for creating a product, here's an idea. If you don't want/like a product, just don't buy it. Simple.
Okay. First of all, fuck off, KSI. Second of all, you dare call the legendary Minecraft YouTuber a dumbass? Another own you're trying to make? Oh wow, you're really stuck up about this, aren't ya? Third of all, just shut up and move on from the situation. Dan doesn't give a shit about you, mate. Oh, you think it ends there? Oh boy, it gets even better. KSI and Logan Paul made their own videos about the situation. KSI makes his own video, which I'm not watching because it's probably a bunch of BS, but from what I'm hearing, he seems to yell a lot in the video. What? Does he think yelling will help get the point across? Fuck off, dude. Also, can we take a moment to look at the like to dislike ratio? It looks so glorious. Even so many of the comments are against him. That right there is what happens when you mess with the legend. KSI thinks he's a legend, but he isn't. Never was, and never will be. And even better, Logan Paul even made a response to KSI's video. And this sucker also got ratioed in the dislikes and comments. This is just glorious to look at, honestly. Two notorious YouTubers trying to bring down this awesome beloved YouTuber just to get completely roasted by the entire internet. This is just so entertaining to watch. I wish I had popcorn on me. So, how is DanTDM responding to the situation? Nothing. Nothing at all. He just, casually uploads to his YouTube channel, like he always does. He doesn't respond with angry tweets or videos, because he's a mature adult. He just carries on with his life, like it was nothing. Like a sane and mature person should do. Ignoring the haters, which people really struggle with for some odd reason. Yeah, that's the thing. KSI and Logan should have just either ignored him or taken his criticism to heart. It's always good to just ignore people who hate you and simply don't like you. Like, I get it. People leave hate comments on my stuff occasionally. But I never got angry over it. I just simply ignore it. Because I'm the bigger person here. If I didn't, I would cause a lot of drama on my end and make me seem immature. Also, I'm an adult. Haters and insults don't really affect me that much anymore, and I can take it. It's crazy how I would have handled the situation a lot better than people older than me who should really know better. That's so sad and pathetic, dude. In conclusion, with how these guys were acting, I highly doubt anyone is gonna buy this shitty product, apart from the mindless fans who don't know better and sadly are getting sucked into this BS. And not to mention the claims that Lunchly and Prime are allegedly unhealthy. Logan Paul is almost 30, and KSI is in his 30s like Dan is. My god, both these nut jobs need to go a pair and pull their shit together. Because I swear, KSI's ego is bigger than his bald ass forehead. But on a brighter note, it makes me so happy to see people on DanTDM's side. I remember in like 2015, 17 or so, certain people made fun of him and his fans for playing Minecraft and calling him cringe and whatnot. But a lot of people grew up watching his videos, so he's basically nostalgia to them and me. And like I said, he has absolutely faced zero controversies whatsoever. Anyway, don't support these man babies and their unhealthy products. Instead, go back to buying Lunchables even if you're an adult. This could be such a funny way to troll them, to show them that we are definitely not buying their shit products, and just to appreciate how amazing Lunchables is. And of course, support DanTDM, because he's just really awesome. So that seems to be all for now. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. And I will see you all later. Bye!